Johnny Depp becomes Max Headroom. This is my review of Transcendence. Transcendence, directed by Wally Feister, who was the cinematographer for the movie Inception. And now he brings us Transcendence, starring Johnny Depp as Dr. Will Castor. He's the leading expert in artificial intelligence, and he's got a wife in the same field, Evelyn Castor, played by Rebecca Hall, and they also work in nanotechnology. And there's another doctor that works with them, Max Waters, played by Paul Beatney, who understands the consequences of combining artificial intelligence with nanotechnology and the idea of being able to upload a person's brain into artificial intelligence. And then you have this terrorist group that's very much against this idea called Rift, being led by Bree, played by Kate Mara, who's going to be the Invisible Woman in the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out next year. And this terrorist group hits all the plants that are linked to this artificial intelligence that Will Castor has created, called PIN. And when they hit the plant that Johnny Depp is at, he gets shot and it looks like he's going to die. So Evelyn Castor decides to upload his brain into the artificial intelligence computer to save his life, not realizing the consequences of her actions. And then it gets even worse when Will Castor wants to spread out into the internet, and in order to buy a piece of land where he and his wife can be safe to continue their work in artificial intelligence and nanotechnology. And when Max Waters starts realizing all the dangers and everything, he actually ends up joining up with the terrorist group. And that's one of the big flaws of this movie, is that the protagonists, in a way, are the terrorists. You actually have to find a way to side the terrorists against this artificial intelligence that's trying to take over the earth, even though it's the brain of a doctor that really wants to use his mind to help people, but doesn't realize that what he's doing is evil by taking away people's humanity when he starts downloading part of his mind into people and creating an army. You got Morgan Freeman and Cillian Murphy in this movie, but they don't do that much for the film. And they end up joining with the terrorists as well. Cillian Murphy is a government agent, FBI agent, I think, or something. And just the fact that the idea that the FBI is joining up with the terrorists, like, what? And then they decide to wait 2 years in order to fight this artificial intelligence. Isn't that beyond the point of no return at that point? That seemed a little weird. But there were some things I did like about the movie. I did like the science behind this movie and the suspense and the idea that maybe something like this could happen in the future. That part was pretty good. And I did thought the acting was good. It's just there's a lot of bad things with the writing and a little bit with the direction and such. So I'm going to give this movie a C. It's a rental, really. And that's all I got to say about Transcendence.